This is humanity's last stand. Well, again. What were they thinking? They already did this. ID 42, ID 44, ID 42R, ID 4R, IDR, Independence Day redependent, Independence Day still dependent, no, independent, whatever they call this thing. Now, if you guys have checked out our last club review, I'm going to put the card right up there, or right over there, or over here, or down there. So somewhere around this vicinity, I'm going to put a card up there that you guys can check out our cloud review of Independence Day, the original, the first one. And like the first one, you know, we knew it was super campy, over-bloated special effects, plot holes galore. You also did invest yourself into the characters, and it had tons of energy. It was fun to watch. It was just a fun, dopey summer popcorn movie. So Simon and I went in with the same kind of outlook on Independence Day Resurgence. I mean, it's directed by Roland Emmerich. He doesn't exactly make high quality cinema.
Hang on, baby, hang on!
Yeah. But like the first one, we at least went in thinking, okay, you know what, just sit back, we're gonna have fun, stuff our mouths full of popcorn, and just have a fun time watching this movie. Or did we? We didn't, because we didn't have any popcorn! But instead of giving us a fun adventure for 2 hours, well, all we got was really boredom. And way underdeveloped characters. And the plot? What plot? There's no plot. There's no need for a plot. Just throw that plot out. Who cares about a plot? Who cares about character development? Who gives a crap? I don't. Do you? No, none of us do. And this makes a perfect movie. And that would be true if nobody had emotions. If nobody watched a movie wanting to feel for characters, wanting to feel for what's going on in the movie, it'd be a great movie. But like I said, the actors completely just licked their stamps in and mailed this movie in. Everyone just looked stale and bored. Jeff Goldblum, yeah, he was decent. He was okay. Really, the only good thing out of this movie was Jeff Goldblum. Everyone else, it was just a paycheck. They were just like, they're coming. What is that? I don't know, but it sure is big, and it looks like it's headed our way. What are we going to do? I know. Let's do the exact same plan that we tried doing in the first time they attacked us. That's right, guys. In this movie, after they start attacking, they start devising a plan of what to do, and they actually come up with the same plan they did in the original Independence Day that failed. Why would you come up with the exact same plan when you know it didn't work? So then, of course, they devised another plan. Originally, I didn't think I was going to miss Will Smith in this movie. And really, he was missed. He was sorely missed in this movie. And he was replaced by this guy. Why were you even in this movie? What purpose did you have in this movie besides nothing? Guys, he was just so blah and bland. And really, he did have some good dialogue written for him. He had some good dialogue that he could have worked with, but he does absolutely nothing with it and nothing with his character. I just don't know anymore. Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's little brother, and you know, he's in it, but he plays, as he always does, he plays Liam Hemsworth. He plays himself. I don't know why he was there either. I guess, you know, they took this part because, hey, it's Independence Day. Why not? Again, going back to the acting, Goldblum and Pullman must have needed a new golden toilet seat or something to take on this role. But instead of others, Jeff Goldblum knew, have fun with it. Just sit back, have fun with it, do his little Jeff Goldblusiums that we all love, and have fun with it. Bill Pullman is back again as, well, I guess ex-president, and he did all right. He was okay as the bearded, crazy ex-president who has some mental issues after the first invasion, Independence Day. You could tell he was really trying to develop his character and really trying to work with the script that was given to him. Now, I've heard other reviewers say that there was way too many characters in this movie, and I totally agree. Right when you thought, okay, here we go into this movie, the movie's finally going to begin, then all of a sudden more characters pop up out of nowhere that had no freaking reason to be there at all. You hear me, kids in a minivan or station wagon or whatever the heck you drive? Why are you there? What purpose do you have? None at all. No exaggeration there. That just out of the blue, they just pop up, and here we go. I need to take a break. Not only that, guys, but there are things that happen in this movie that just happen. There's no setup, no lead-in, there's no ending. They just, boom, plop something in front of you that happens, and here you go, enjoy. And I was sitting there like, okay, well, I guess this just happened. And the editing was messy, it was clumsy. Again, going back to when something would just happen, there would be a couple of times where it was leading up to something that was going to happen, something big that was supposed to happen. And it was supposed to be this huge, whoa, wow moment. Instead, we just got this. And the humor in this thing was totally a mess. 0 laughs from the entire theater. I didn't hear one single laugh. The humor just completely fell flat. And I think it's because the story and the characters are so bland that the way they deliver the humor was a complete miss and just not funny. A couple times I was like, oh, I guess that was supposed to be a funny part. Yeah. Guys, I'm serious. There is nothing sadder than watching a movie that has potential of putting in some great one-liners, some humor, and then it just falls completely flat and you hear this again. And guys, I gotta tell you something. The ending, wow. Talk about a setup for a third Independence Day. They might as well just done this. That's right, we're going back after them. We'll see you in Independence Day 3. I think another problem with this movie is that they recycled stuff back from the original that came out in 1996, 20 years ago. Culture has changed. Things that were humorous and funny back then aren't necessarily funny now. So when you try to recycle humor that worked back in 96, it's not going to work, guys. It's not going to work. You have to come up with something fresh and a different way to execute the humor. And yet constantly throughout the movie, they had to plaster that all over the movie and continually refer to, back in 96, we did this. 20 years ago, this worked. We shouldn't do this because it didn't work 20 years ago. It's been 20 years. We all know that. We go into this movie knowing it's been 20 years since the first one. You don't have to keep telling us over and over and over and over and over again. They continually tried so hard to give this movie nostalgia. They were just pumping nostalgia into this movie. The humor, the dialogue, the atmosphere of the movie really did feel like it was 20 years too late. So guys, I came on here to give a review and this has really turned into a rant. I mean, when a movie is just terrible, when as soon as the credits pop up, everyone in the theater just pops out of their seat and bolts out of the theater. I mean, during the movie, I was looking around the theaters, watching people. They were yawning, moving in their seats, looking at their phones. Everybody was just bored. Nobody was invested in this movie and was just waiting for it to be over with. Driving home, I was thinking to myself, I can completely understand why Smith wanted a $50 million paycheck for this movie. He knew the script was garbage. And hey, if he's going to be in a heap fest garbage-filled movie, you might as well get paid for it, right? Now guys, I remember when I watched the original back in 96, and I must have seen it probably 4 or 5 times because it was just a cool, fun movie. And at that time, there was nothing else like that. We didn't have a new Star Wars. We didn't have 50 Transformer movies. We didn't have Marvel or DC. We didn't have these huge summer blockbuster effects driven movies as we do today. And I think that might be why this really didn't work as good as it could have been in the late 90s or early 2000s. Because we're so used to these movies coming out now. I mean, they're coming out like clockwork every 3-4 months. Look at this year alone. We had Batman vs. Superman in March. We had Captain America Civil War in May. We have Suicide Squad. We have Doctor Strange. We have all these big, huge blockbuster movies coming out, 4 or 5 of them in a year. And so we're all used to it now. So guys, hey, I'll tell you a secret. You know what to do when that happens? Do you? Huh? Well, I'm talking to you, Emmerich. Do you know what to do when that happens? Build good chemistry between the audience and the characters. Give them a feeling. Make them care about them and what's going on the screen. Build a different story. Use new dialogue, new effects, new humor. Don't recycle things that you already used 20 years ago. Make a new movie. So as you guys can tell, Simon and I really hated this movie. We're giving this a score that we've never given a movie before, and we rarely ever do. Avoid at all costs. It just left such a bad taste in my mouth and a deep void in my heart. I don't know if I can go on anymore. All right, guys, I can probably go on another couple hours about this movie, but I won't because I am tired. And now I want to hand this video over to you guys. Tell me what you thought about Independence Day Resurgence. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know down below in the comments section. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your comments. So guys, definitely subscribe if you haven't done so already. For those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much for doing so. And again, guys, we'll see you in the future.